Good morning. Happy Monday. Just walked in the door. It's 7 o'clock, pretty much on the dot. Yep, 7 o'clock. So I need to get moving. But I just need to sharpen pencils or make sure the kids have enough pencils in their sharp. Look at what we're doing today. But this week we're talking about theme and text and theme and poetry and also author's purpose. So I got to get that together. But just wanted to come through and say good morning, happy Monday. I got good rest last night, so I'm not tired on my Monday yet, so that's good. So I'm trying to think about what we're doing this morning with theme. So introducing theme, which theme is should be familiar to most of them because we also talk about theme in 3rd grade. So, and that's one of the benefits of me moving up to 4th from 3rd. I have a good idea of what they should know overall versus what they haven't heard at all. So they should be familiar with theme. So I'll use Three Little Pigs as a good reference. It's a story that most kids have heard over and over, even if you've heard for a variety of versions of it. And then tomorrow we will talk about the protagonist and antagonist. So we'll watch it again, the story of it. We're gonna watch it today, talk about theme, and then tomorrow to talk about that. And then in writing today and tomorrow, our district has social emotional learning surveys that they want them to complete. So we're gonna take time in writing today and tomorrow to do that. So I need to turn on my lights, get the pencils ready, respond to an email about something between 2 kids in my class. And then by then, kids will start coming in. So I hope you have a great day and I will catch you soon. Okay, I decided to come back and show you my slides for today. So today is Monday, sorry, October 16th. And so this tells my kids everything they're gonna do. We have a question of the day, and then I always have some music that I play. And then here we're gonna talk about a theme. I also like to talk about the synonyms for theme because we hear different words for it. We're going to use activate our prior knowledge by talking about the books that we've read together and what themes could go with those. And then they're going to watch the Three Little Pigs. We're going to talk about what the theme was and how we know. And then for a task or exit ticket, I'm gonna have everyone have a whiteboard. I'm gonna read this. I want them to think about what the theme of this passage is. So they will write it down, and then I will check for answers. And that will be our reading block in time. After that, they'll go to independent reading. So I kind of just wanted to show you that for our reading. Good morning, happy Tuesday. It is 7:03. Just got in. So I went to my local library yesterday and got some books, some fall and Halloween type books. Picture books is what I go and get. So I like to go and get a stack of those. So I'm trying to carry those. So I try to get a bunch of picture books. My kids really like picture books. I mean, they're in 4th grade. And I like reading picture books. So I go and just grab a couple to put on my bookshelf. I'm just gonna put those. Then I'm gonna turn on the lights. I have a couple of, I don't have copies, but I have a vocab wall and I like to put all the vocabulary on there. So I usually go to TPT and get something cute to put for vocabulary or just one of my anchor charts. So I have some things that I need to print off for that. It's not a necessity or a rush, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it this morning because I'm pretty much planned for the day. But let me just say, no one told me about the drama in 4th grade. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous. Like, it's mostly the girls, unfortunately, that I'm seeing it with, but just the constant friend stuff and mean girl stuff and yeah, I don't understand. But, and then of course too, some of the crushes start. And so, you know, sometimes I know in the past when I was younger, it seems like the boys would sometimes do things to the girls, like hit them as a means of them saying they like them. So I had that happen yesterday. It's just been drama after drama after drama, and I'm really over that. It's just the jump from 3rd grade to 4th grade is ridiculous. So I taught 3rd grade for 2 years, and I thought that was drama, and like, that's nothing compared to what's happening around here. So I didn't get many books. I'm gonna show you what I got. I usually like my shelf to be completely full, and it's not at the moment, but this is what I have for now because my library didn't have very many. So here are a few of the books that I have. I may just put some books on hold at my library because a lot of them, they were just checked out. So I may put some on hold, but I'll kind of see how it goes. But that's good enough. Also, my kids have a library that they can go to every day at school, and I have a huge library as well, so they don't really have to have anything else. I just like to kind of put some different books on display. So I am going to head to the printer. Yeah, trying to think if there was anything else. I went to the store yesterday, bought some drinking water for my Keurig. I don't like to use school water. Nothing wrong with it, I just don't. I just buy it by the gallon. So other than that, all right, heading to the printer now. While I have a moment, I want to show you my class library. It's not the most aesthetically pleasing. It's a bit of a mess, but I have those books. But then I have all of these over here. That one's got to be put up there on the shelf. But we have what's called the American Reading Company, ARC. So if you know anything about ARC, and here are the reading logs that students use. That's the 100 book challenge that they have to do, and they log in books. So they have a plethora of books, and they're based off of reading levels. That's why you see the bins are different colors. So in 4th grade, we want kids to be in the black reading level, and so that's why you see so many more black levels. But I do have some kids that are in orange, which is 5th grade, above level, and then I have red, which is more 2nd grade, and I even have some green and blue, which is 1st grade and some kindergarten, and then white, which is 3rd grade. So there is a variety of readers in here, but there are plenty of books for all of them to have. So I just kind of want to show you parts of my messy but functional, it works, library. And, you know, I'm learning that everything doesn't have to be perfect. It just really doesn't. Like, yes, it's nice to have a beautiful library and a beautiful classroom, and I care about all those things, but honestly, the kids don't, and they will come and tear up your stuff. So I'm also learning too that as long as I have it in a place and a routine and it's available, that's what matters more than the aesthetics of everything. I'm kind of over that too. Good morning, happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, October 18th. Is that right? Yep, the 18th. Just got here and it is already 7 o'clock. But I wanted to let you know really quickly what I was doing today. So it's Unity Day. So we are wearing orange. So I have my orange on, an orange dress. Not a fan of this dress, but it's like the only orange I have, so it works out. So we are wearing orange in honor of Bullying Prevention Month. So what I'm gonna do today is I always do this activity where I take a piece of paper, and the piece of paper represents someone's heart. And I have kids call out some mean things. And as they call out each mean thing, I start to crumble the paper piece by piece, like just kind of ball it up. And after they've said some mean things, we talk about what it has done to our heart. Like it has, really damaged our heart, how bad it looks. And then I start having them sing some positive things. And as they say the positive things, I start to straighten the paper out. But the whole point is that what we realize is that even after we straighten it out, there's still wrinkles there. So the message is that when you say something mean, it can leave a permanent scar. It can be so damaging that it still stays with you, no matter how much you try to make up for it. So in other words, be very careful about what you say and really think before you speak. So that is my message. So really today, choosing kindness. And then the other thing I'm gonna have them do, I'm writing the date, but the other thing I'm gonna have them do is we're gonna do a compliment circle. So we'll get in a circle and go around. Each person will look to the person next to them and say one kind thing about them until it gets all around. So hopefully that will be something that really resonates with students about how to choose kindness. So that is what we're going to do today. And then we'll get into theme and poetry. So we will watch a poem. I can't think of the name of the poem right off. But we're gonna read a poem. We're gonna listen to a poem. And then we're going to talk about the message that that poem is trying to give. And then in writing, they are typing up their narratives, and they should be done with that this week. So just kind of doing some editing and then going back and also having them add, some more details or figurative language or dialogue. And that's pretty much, I think that's the gist of it. So I'm gonna go finish I like to get my thoughts, and I like to kind of sit in my space for a few minutes before others start coming in. And then I will hope to catch you later. Good morning, happy Thursday. Just got in, it's 7 o'clock, or right at almost 7 o'clock. Looking at what I need to print. Well, I was gonna say nothing that I necessarily need to print, but that's not true, because today we're gonna talk about author's purpose, and I am going to print some task cards that I found off of TPT, where they're going to read a small, like a very short passage, like a paragraph, and then decide whether or not what the author's purpose is: to persuade, inform, or entertain. Those are the three. So that pie we're going to be focusing on. So I am going to print that off for them to do today. But then some other things I want to print off are just like some prefixes and suffixes to hang on my grammar wall, make it a little more cute. And the other thing was, what else was I gonna print off? Oh, lunch bunch. So me and the teacher next door, we're gonna start lunch bunch today. We're gonna pick 4 students to have lunch with us. So I want to print that off as well. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm My apologies for not coming back yesterday. We did the activity where I tell you I take a piece of paper and kind of like start wrinkling it up with all the bad comments. So I did it with my morning class, my afternoon class, and they said some bad, like some mean things that they might hear someone say or have heard. And each time they did that, I would crumble the piece of paper, and then when it got all crumbled up, then we would use some positive words, you know, to make someone feel better and kind of mend their heart. And so with that, I showed them what the paper looked like afterwards, and just saying that really think before you speak, that words can really hurt, and they can hurt for a long time. And so sometimes saying sorry or saying something nice after you've done something mean or said something mean is good, but it doesn't always fix it. And so you got to even think before you even get to the point where you say something to put a wrinkle on someone's heart. So that was a good activity. We read a book called I Am Enough by Grace Byers. So I thought that was a really good book to read, and just kind of celebrating Unity Day and National Bullying Month. So today, like I said, they'll do the task cards. They will finish their writing, and those are my activities for reading and writing today. So kind of low-key, like it usually always is, the independent read and all those things. So I'm looking around the room. It's a little messy, so let me get started and go make my copies, and I will catch you later. Just quickly wanted to show you what my vocabulary wall is looking like. So you can see we've talked about some figurative language. We're still talking about that with poetry, drama, and prose. We're talking about theme, protagonist, antagonist, tone and mood, and then author's purpose. So this is a great resource for students as they are completing tasks, artifacts, and assessments that they can use. And I really want to focus on making that look a little more aesthetically pleasing. So I'm gonna go get some posters, and I usually always go to Teachers Pay Teachers and get free posters because I am just not artistic at all, and they have so many people are so talented in that, and so I appreciate them sharing those free resources for those of us who are not as creative. So I just wanted to show you that. And here are the lunch bunch cards that I'm going to cut out and put one on the student's desk, just to let them know that I want them to come with me or come to me for lunch bunch today. So that'll be a nice surprise. And if they don't want to, I can just find another student who may. So these are, and I found these also free on TPT and just added my avatar. How cute, right? Yes.
I thought A was just 13, but then I was like, nah, it's inform.
Yeah, that will be, the author's purpose of that one is to inform. Thank you. Let me have that.
Please tag us today. I couldn't decide.
It actually is it's not for it's literally
saying
like a big hat inside.
He ended up being the last one. This is saying.
What do you do when you're done?
This spring and summer. So, what do you think it is?
I think it's either persuade or inform. That's number 7.
Good morning and happy Friday. We made it. Well, in a couple of hours, I'll be able to say we made it. But just got in, 6:55. So I'm getting ready for my Friday. In reading today, the students will still be talking about author's purpose. So introduced that yesterday, which I feel like is a really pretty simple for them to kind of get. We talked about 5 different purposes, but I'm going to focus on just the 3 persuade, inform, and entertain. So today what they're going to do with a partner, I have this like graphic organizer here. And this was already linked to my drive. I guess someone from my district had already done it, and I just tweaked it a little bit. But it's where they're gonna make arguments about a text. So they're gonna think about what the purpose for the writing is, how does it relate to the theme, because we've been talking about theme. How do they know it's the author's purpose? So they're gonna be able to support their claim and cite their evidence. And so they're gonna do this with a partner. And I got, I must have put it on my other desk, but I have a stack of books, some very quick read books, mostly nonfiction, informational texts, but just really simple books for them to read quickly, because I don't want them to take too much time on reading the book. So, and then this also helps some of my lower level readers, which I only have maybe two, I think it's two to three in my first class, and about really just one in my afternoon class. But I got some, I'll use this one as a model, but remember I was telling you about that green level. So this is considered a 2G book, which is kindergarten, first grade. So this is called The Butterfly House. And so inside of it, looks like this, you see. And so for most of my students, it will take them literally a minute to read this book. So that's intentional, like I said, so that they don't spend so much time reading it, and they're able to kind of get into completing the graphic organizer. And then if we get to writing, which we haven't done very much of this week, which is okay, but if they get to writing, they're going to complete their narratives. I think I may, if we have time, may let them add pictures today, but probably not. I'll probably start that next week. And then next week, they're gonna finish it up and start presenting by the end of the week. Next Friday is the end of the quarter. So I need everything to be done. And that will be the day. So just turning on my lights. I'm already ready for today, so I think I'll just go into these messy book bins and maybe just kind of work on straightening those out. Yesterday, dealing with drama again. Group of girls just not making the wisest choices. And I think what's most frustrating is when you have a student who doesn't really take accountability, always ready to blame someone else, and then you reach out to their parents and the parents do the same thing. So it's kind of like, oh, now I see where that's coming from. So that's very frustrating. But on the flip side, it's been really nice too, because I had some parents who are immediately like, you know, I had a talk with them, you know, we problem solved it. Please let me know if you have any other issues. So really appreciate that. So I feel like it was something else I was gonna tell you guys. Doesn't matter, it's Friday. And I will come back at the end of the day if I don't get any snippets of the day, but I will definitely come back at the end of the day and close this vlog. See you later. All right, so it's the end of the day. I am here to close out the vlog. Crazy Friday. Just so glad it's over. I'm trying to close out the vlog before my co-teacher next door comes back. But thank you so much for watching this week in my life. Thank you for supporting me on my new YouTube journey. Thank you so much for the 15 of you that have taken the time to subscribe, because when you are super introverted like myself and really going out on a limb to do something like this, you appreciate whoever is willing to be by your side and root you on. So thank you so much. And I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.